everyone, thank you for visiting my channel. Are you afraid of writing emails? Is writing emails stressful for you? Does it take you a long time to compose one? If your answer is yes to any of these questions, please continue to watch. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel and click the bell button to know my upcoming videos. In today's workplace, 70% of communication is done by email. Academia is no exception. Sometimes a student sends me an email that is just a question with no greeting or introduction or any common courtesies. This kind of unprofessional email leaves a bad impression of the student. So knowing how to write a professional email will help you avoid giving unnecessary bad impression of yourself to others. So what I wanted to share with you in this episode is tips on how to write professional emails. Tip number 1, use the subject line strategically. The subject line of your email is the first thing your receiver will read. It should catch their attention so they will want to open it right away. Think about what you do when you read the subject line of the emails you receive. So don't you delete them if they sound spammy or like an advertisement? You want your email to sound important so your reader doesn't save it for later reading or delete it. So you get a quicker response. And of course, if it is really urgent, you can start your subject line with urgent, followed by the action you want them to take. Keep it short and sweet for the subject line. Here are some examples. Urgent, need your approval to meet deadline. For your information only, confidential project detail. For feedback, art department is waiting on your revision comment. So being concise in your subject line will help the receiver decide if they need to act on your email right away or if it can wait. Tip number 2, use a proper greeting. We call this part the salutation. So if you are writing to someone with a high position or a professional title, using the proper salutation is even more critical. Dear is the most commonly used salutation in formal emails. Be specific about who you are addressing. Recipients who receive a simple hello or dear sir or madam without their names may automatically think, oh, it is a generic email sent to many people at the same time. They will not take any action except to delete the email. Your email will look more formal and professional when you address the receiver specifically. Here are some of the examples of a proper salutation. Dear Dr. Harris, hello Mr. Jones. Avoid using the salutations like to whom it may concern, hello sir, dear madam. You can use to whom it may concern if you really do not know whom to direct your email to. Tip number 3, mind the structure of your email. Email is similar to a formal letter, and there is a structure you have to follow. Start with salutation, then greeting, then body, which is the purpose of your writing, and closing remarks or ending salutation. Including all of these elements will make your email look more professional, regardless if your English is your mother tongue or not. always mind the structure of your email and address the receiver properly, as I explained in tip number 2. Cut to the chase when writing the body of your email and explain the reason why you are writing without a long introduction or beating around the bush. Then always thank the receiver for taking the time to read your email and follow up with a call to an action. For example, thank you for your consideration of this email, and I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget your closing, and this is the part where you write sincerely yours, best regards, or truly yours, yours truly, followed by your complete name. And sincerely is used when you know the person well enough in the professional environment. After your name, include an alternative method of communication such as phone numbers as well as your position or title. So if you are a student, include your major, student number, alternative contact information, and class you are taking with the professor if you are sending that email to a professor. I often receive emails from students who have nothing but a question in the body of the email. No greeting, not even a name. And I often have more than 70 students across the classes each semester. And unfortunately, I cannot remember every single student name. When you email your professor to ask a question, use an appropriate greeting, salutation, brief introduction of yourself that includes which class you are taking and the purpose of your email. End the email appropriately as I described just before. Tip number 4, cover only one idea per paragraph. Sometimes you need to write an email for multiple purposes, such as requesting a meeting, reviewing your proposal, and updating your progress, and so on. So in this case, use each paragraph to cover only one idea. Covering one idea in each paragraph is going to help the receiver to understand the contents better. Tip number 5, have someone proofread your email. Important emails should be proofread, especially if you are not confident with your English writing skills. So having a native speaker go over your email before you click the send button will help avoid the wrong choice of words or accidentally using the wrong context. So reading an email is very different from listening to someone talk. The wrong choice of words or context might give the reader a different meaning or understanding in writing that you can't immediately correct. They may misinterpret what you are trying to say and be insulted, offended, or turned off. Have someone read your email to gauge whether your tone is positive or negative. The last thing you want is to offend the receiver of the email. It may get you the opposite result of what you hope to get. So far, I have shared 5 tips on how to write an email professionally. The tips are: Number 1, use the subject line strategically. Number 2, use a proper greeting. Number 3, mind the structure of your email. Number 4, cover only one idea per paragraph. And number 5, have someone proofread your email. I hope the tips I shared with you can help you write emails more professionally and confidently in near future. So if the content I covered today was beneficial to you, and please like this video and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to click the bell button for notification. So do you have your own tips or tactics that have helped your email writing? And please share them in the comment section below, so members of this community can benefit from the information you share. As always, thank you so much for watching.